Okay, hello, welcome. Everything works fine. Yes, it is. Okay, live chat set. So we can begin in a few seconds, and by a few seconds I mean right now. Unless there's some problem with my internet connection. Is there? Hopefully not. Well, the audio will be checked later when more people will come, as always. Okay, so today, do I have some agenda for today? I don't have a very big one. Probably I'll get myself Duca degli Abruzzi and work my way to Zara so I can get the final 5.7 lineup and then move on to, I want to say Dante. Even though Andrea Doria is a little bit better, just tiny bit, I do think that I will be better with Dante, simply because I can have the faster access to Conte di Cavour, and later I will probably get Duilio. Just, you know, something like that. Theoretically, I could just go, you know, with normal 1-2-1-2, and it should be enough. But we'll see. First, of course, Duca degli Abruzzi, as it will be the last light cruiser that I want to get, and they, as the condottieri class, if I remember correctly, then the subclasses are, you know, stretching from even the Bartolomeo Colleoni. Those four are just this of the same class but different subclasses, so they just share the different armor schemes, etc. So this one is very similar to what you can get with Zara or Pola. That should be enough, as these will give me, you know, 2 triple, 2 twin. So that would be 6 and 4. That would be 10 guns in only 4 turrets. Quite nice, quite nice. Plus Pola, plus Zara. I think that should be a very good lineup. Yes, lineup is the word that I was looking for. Yay, finally streaming. I was gonna stream last week, then some things happened, couldn't, but yes, here I am now. Even I think that the stream... Okay, the stream is a little bit laggy somehow, even though it shouldn't be. I see that everything works fine. And there is no missing frames. The connection is fine. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe I am downloading something in the meantime. No, I am not. Okay, never mind then. Everyone has spawned. This is 6.7, so we have Laurent, at least one. Nice. At least one battleship to support us. It would be bad if... It's like a few last battles that I had. I was just, you know, going on my merry way, and then we had facing against Iron Duke and Marat, and we had just 0 battleships, so pretty much I was one of the few competent players. And as I'm saying competent players, then that I was a competent player, then you should know how bad the team was that I've had. Nevertheless, at least one ship is here. No, I do think that there is some kind of lag and some kind of very big lag. I don't know why it's happening. Like, I am trying hard to see, but I fail to see any problem. I don't have anything running besides War Thunder, so very nice that Des Moines is already focusing me, and not only Des Moines but all the different ships. Because I was the one that dared to stray off from the path. Very nice, very nice. Very helpful. That I am just, you know, gonna die as the first... Yeah, as the first one. It's like this is the problem that I'm facing currently. So just... Okay. Okay, now I found the problem here. There's a battleship, and a battleship that wants me dead very much. Cool. It's a battleship Iron Duke. Looks like Iron Duke or Broken Cannon. Welcome, level 100, and you have nothing here, so yes, this is indeed Iron Duke class. Iron Duke vessel. Who would have thought? And of course Des Moines. I don't know, seems like getting focused. Don't know even why. Like, I'm not even trying to do anything that hard. Seems like there is this streamer lag involved of just me going places. So then, I don't know, I should just probably stick to my team and hopefully not be targeted. As always, easier said than done. As always. Changing the subject a little bit, as tomorrow is the 11th of November, so 11th of 11th. I do have some special stream happening, and it will be a stream. I have to yet decide, is it gonna be a War Thunder stream or is it gonna be a Hearts of Iron 4 stream, but it will be a stream about, well, Poland. And nonetheless, it will be a stream dedicated to Polish Independence Day, so we will talk a little bit about here and there. And not only Polish, because of course it's an Armistice Day in the Commonwealth countries, it's an Independence Day for quite a few other countries as well, with Baltic countries, Finland, Czechoslovakia. So all the fun countries in Europe that were under either Russian, Austro-Hungarian or Russian rule before then liberating themselves with, of course, the help of Entente. And being the new, well, kinda newly born countries, because some of them has returned to the scene, to the international scene. Some of them were born for the first time in pretty much any time in history. So countries like Latvia or Estonia, even though there were Estonians or Latvians, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, but there wasn't any country like Estonia or Latvia before. I do remember that first there was some tribes living there in the Kuronia or the Baltic region, the Baltic countries region. Then came the Livonian Order, so the Livonia, and then of course the various splits between Lithuania, Poland, Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, Denmark, Russia, Sweden. Various wars happened as all the countries tried to establish the what was once called Dominium Maris Baltici, so the domination over the Baltic Sea, one of the most important centers of trade back there, due to amber, due to all the Central European countries coming together there to, besides, of course, the western part of Germany, or the Holy Roman Empire princedoms and republics. But we don't count them there. Currently we are counting, for the sake of the topic, just the eastern part of the German princedoms of the Holy Roman Empire, Poland, Sweden, Denmark, etc., etc. Of course, those. And after that, well, Russia won for a long time, establishing their rule, split with Prussia. And after that, we knew what happened. For the interwar period, there was the republics of Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania that got annexed by the Soviet Union during the early 40s. After that, again, they would have to wait until the collapse of Soviet Union. I do feel like there is a quite important day, the 11th of November, for a lot of countries. But as I'm a Pole, well, I live in Poland, I am Polish, I feel like it's not my place to talk about, well, Lithuania, for example. It's a bit more important for me, and a little bit more of a right for me to talk about Poland, talk about Polish independence, to talk about, as we will probably be focusing on War Thunder and showcasing all the different vehicles that Poland have used, are using, because I think if it comes to War Thunder, then I'll probably go over all the different planes, ships that were in use by Poland in the different stages of the 20th century, or if it's gonna be Hearts of Iron stream. I was gonna say video, but no, but stream. Then I would probably focus on going democratic route. And yes, I do know that everyone has already done democratic Poland, the non-democratic Poland, but I wanna do, just for the sake of this particular day, as it is one of the most known day, you know, they could have chosen the day that Poland got Christianed, so when the Poland converted from the pagan, not even Poland back then, but the country led by Mieszko, the Prince of Poland that unified Poles and converted them from the pagan to Catholicism by the Czech missionaries. Something like that. I could talk a little bit about that later, either tomorrow or today. We'll see, we'll see. But again, I do think that it would be quite interesting to see it. Okay, where is our Lorraine? Our Lorraine is dead and did nothing. Christ almighty. Why am I blessed by such a horrible, horrible team? Okay, pull back. We are going back behind the island. You will not make me go there. There are certain things that I will not do, and that is facing off battleship alone. Of course, it will happen eventually, because I'm one of the last few that stayed alive. The very hard activity of just, you know... Oh, they have two or one or two battleships, hopefully just one. And yes, very hard and tedious thing just being alive, and there goes my life. Or not. Okay, there goes my life. 3, 2, 1. Somehow only 3% of the crew died. I am pleasantly surprised that I'm still active and can indeed fight Miyoko here. Oh yeah, definitely looks like the Yamashiro is trying to focus me. Hardly a pleasant thing. Seems like I can just try and wiggle my way out of this precarious situation. The unfortunate part is that I have died very quickly for the first time and don't have Pola now. So I am just holding on my dear life. here. Doesn't seem like I have any chance of surviving. Especially not against Yamashiro. Put me out of my misery. Go here. Finally. Oh, hardly a pleasant start. I do have to say that. Hardly a pleasant start. I wouldn't even call it a mediocre start. It's like, what, 3 of us here against... Okay, 4 of us, because there's this Zara. Somehow alive. This guy is a pain in our bottoms. I cannot swear that much. Still, because it's not half an hour yet. Although I think it was a little bit lightened recently. From the half an hour to what? 10 minutes of the stream? You know, it's like 30 seconds of the video. Or 40. Because the first 40 seconds are the most important seconds for the advertisers. But I don't remember the rules for the stream. But yes, I am trying to keep myself PG, at least a little bit more than usual. Maybe it will be better for the algorithm, who knows? Who knows, we'll see. Currently the algorithm favors me a little bit, maybe not in case of the streams, but more in case of the... Okay, bye-bye. But more in case of shorts and videos. But I might have to upload a little bit more, if I'm being honest. If I'm not being honest, then I can just probably stream. But I don't know. I'm gonna work on one video today after the stream. Unless I will be playing with my friend. Continuing a campaign in EU4. We are playing so much EU4 recently. Frames, where are the frames? Hello frames, give me back my frames. Okay, there you go. Okay, a down tier. Filled with bots. Not something that I want to see, but hey, at least it's not me versus a battleship. Until I have... Even Dante would be good. Not saying I need one to fend off others, but certainly it's helpful to have... You know, it's like in boxing, like when they have their own weight classes. So this is the same rule as here, especially now that you don't get any meaningful torpedoes on Italian cruisers. Hell, you don't even get any torpedoes on heavy cruisers, and the ones on lights like the Duca degli or Eugenio. The 4 kilometers is such a small distance, and the sheer fact that you have to be so close to a capital ship, you're just better off setting them on fire. and going and trying to pull off some amazing trick shots with the torpedoes. If you're going on a suicide run, then don't do it. Not worth it. Now, where are the enemies? Ah. Here they are. Light and heavy. So this is... This looks like something American. Cannot say for sure. It is a ship. That I can say confidently. What kind of ship? No, that's a whole different story. I will be sure sooner or later when he will set me on fire. This is Pola. I mean, or Zara. The very compact design and very long bow and aft of these ships. Pretty much know it's an Italian ship and it's a heavy ship. The lights are just a little bit more distributed. Slightly. But this slight differences matters when it comes to discerning what is what and which one is which. Way better for you, like here, to discern their weak spots also, as you know. Half of the time you are, just like in real life, trying hard to aim in the weak spot area and failing miserably. And then, hey, a lucky shot. Although the shots, the accurate shots, are way more often, you're occurring way more often than they would happen in real life. And considering that you have just to point and click instead of running the calculations with the fire director computer on some ships, or the rangefinders and the good old pen and paper, hardly any difference. Maybe that's why it was so easy for ships to, you know, just sail away from the battle after receiving sustained minor damage or medium damage. Because it was so hard to hit a ship that quite literally is very, very big. The saying hitting us cannot hit a side of a barn can't really apply here. Okay, it appears that I have chosen a bad place to turn. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it happens. Like I said. Occurrences like destroying or the explosion on Hood by Bismarck the detonation of I don't even know. But there was quite a few of the ships that just exploded or just, you know, faced a very pitiful fate of just dying by a random explosion. Why is everyone moving here? Move to B, not to C. Like, come on. We're so close here. Just go there. So I like how detonating Pola meant that I got 300 score, 300 damage points. Hello there, you again in Pola. And wouldn't you know that I am being targeted, even though there's a Trenton here. Dude really didn't went for Trenton. Of course, Belfast, Pola, Scharnhorst, Eugen, von der Tann, Helena, Eigel. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and even more premiums. I'm not better, but at least you can see that I'm playing like a proper human being. This man is kinda switching, probably. I don't see a lot of Moffats or Helena. Oh, there goes Moffat. Okay, just try and get this. Okay. Okay. Pola versus Pola. Pola wins. Lower, lower. Here. And start. Stop. To, you know, confuse. If there's an aimbot, then confuse the aimbot. Now, full back. Okay. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Another heavy. Twin turrets. That's Duplé. Or Colbert? I think it's more of a Duplé than Colbert. Just guessing. Is Duplé on sale? I haven't seen her. Oh no, that's Colbert. By the way, don't you guys feel like the sale, this anniversary sale in the store, of course, because the in-game one was quite nice. Finally we got a minus 50% off back, way back, few years ago, so quite nice. But the ones that we got now is kind of like lasting, at least for me. Like, there's Des Moines on sale, there's Eugen, there are different stuff, but nothing really of interest that I want to buy, you know? Like, I was thinking about getting MiG-23ML. That was the one thing that I kinda decided on getting if it goes on sale. It didn't, so no sale for me. Okay. I say okay. No hard feelings. It will appear later too. Okay, nice. So for tanks and for tankers plus plane players, I feel like this is heaven on earth when it comes to the sales. 50% off with quite a lot. By the way, did I buy? Okay, I forgot, I cannot check, but I think, yeah, I bought the premium. So as always, tankers, heaven on earth, plane players, pilots, quite decent. My bad, quite decent. But for ships, lacklusting. If you didn't get the Golden Eagles and buy yourself things on the in-game sale, like I myself got Miyoko and Pola, because those were the two 5.7 ships that I wanted to get. Can't get any other ships that I really wanted to obtain. And I do have to say that I don't regret buying any of those. They are very, very good, and with Pola I managed to go from 2 millions to 4 millions quite literally in 1 week. Very, very strong ship when it comes to both research and SL grind. So I don't regret that. I've yet to play Miyoko, but if she is as good as I recommended, then she will be a fine addition to my lineup with other 5.7 vessels, like maybe, okay, there are no light cruisers at 5.7, so just heavy. Aoba Furutaka Miyoko 6.0 would be a nice version too. So that would be Mogami, Suzuya or Mikuma and Miyoko. I have yet to see Atago class, and please, I do want my Atago class. I need her, I want her. I just need 2 things from Gaijin. When it comes to Japan, one is Atago class, the second is Nagato in her 1945 version, and the third, but optional, would be the Akatsuki class. I forgot the name of the class for a second, but yes, Akatsuki class. So Akatsuki, Hibiki, etc. Hibiki would be a very, very fun addition. Like the one of the few ships that could serve in both fleets, as you know, the Japanese one as the Japanese ship and the Soviet one as modified in the Soviet Union during the 40s and 50s. Both are valid, as she obtained the Soviet 130mm guns paired up with the, if I remember correctly, the 37mm for anti-air instead of 25mm Japanese short range low caliber AA, and the 533mm, the 33 torpedoes instead of the 610mm long lances. But don't quote me on that. I would have to check my info, because some of the sources say that she was modified, some of the sources say that she never was and she served as she was in the Japanese Navy. I do think that both sides have a little bit of truth in them. That's maybe not that she was both modified and unmodified, but I feel like she was modified, but not to such an extent that some of the sources claim. For sure, she was intended to serve as a destroyer, even without a doubt. But I do think that the servitude was just first with the normal Japanese equipment as... Okay, wow, just wow. Getting really strafed. But going back to the topic, she was kinda modified later, especially with the 25mm, as Soviets were lacking ammunition for these types of guns, and of course the torpedoes. So that was definitely switched. I wonder whether to the 20mm, something like Schwach, or to the 37mm. You know what? I do have a second, so Hibiki Destroyer, not Hibiki Whiskey, although Hibiki Whiskey is very, very good. Okay, Soviet-made weapons, 630mm guns, 7 250, yes, 250mm guns. Yes, they made Hibiki a battle cruiser. Of course. Nah, but for real. 630, 725, 4 to 6, 12.7, so heavy caliber machine guns, and 6 533 torpedo tubes. Seems like a quite nice. Also, she was renamed twice in the Soviet Navy service. First as the Vierny and the second one as the Dekabrist. Or Dekabrist, however you wanna pronounce that. Because Soviets really loved to rename all the ships here and there, because once they are fine with the original names, the second they are not, and it goes back and forth and back and forth. Take Gungood, for example. First, it was called Gungood, you know, the famous. Then they were renamed. They renamed her to Oktyabrskaya Revolucja, and then they renamed her again back to Gungood. Like, what was the point of getting her a second name? Beats me. Okay, yes, at least I finally pressed the right button. So I heard that torpedo. By the way, speaking of torpedoes, and speaking of the sound design, etc., the new sound for torpedoes that was introduced in this update, because I think they have changed it a little bit. And the sound design in the Battle for Atlantic event is impeccable. I do kind of forgot to release the video. I still have a little bit of a time, so I might just work on it, but I really didn't have that big of a luck of getting any good footage besides you know, one fun footage of me playing whack-a-mole with the enemy fleet as a submarine, because they were really insistent of using torpedoes against me, and I was like going up and down and up and down and up and down, and when I once picked up one too many times, I just saw the whole enemy fleet literally focused on me, and I was like, oh, okay, this is it, this is my death. I do have it recorded, so it's good, it's good. I do want to get a clip from that. Besides that, I didn't even get a single kill. I wasn't able to manage to get one, neither from mines nor from torpedoes. You know, maybe I should have just changed it to the US fleet, so it gets a little bit of the ASW content, because it seems like nobody is using that. But again, I do have to say, even though the event is fun and the gameplay is balanced for the most parts and quite alright, I still am against adding submarines to the normal matches. Yes, the gameplay is fun, and you know why the gameplay is fun? Because it is a curated event, not your typical matches that you fight from one side to the other side. Yay, backups for Pola, nice. Because simply just looking at it, you either have, okay, for example, let's take Corazziere. Cool, 4.3 up to 5.3. Cool, it's fine. It has depth charges, hull to depth charges, but you can, I don't know, maybe even bring Albatros. Zeta doesn't have anything. No, they do have the Nettuno, which kind of works, but no, you have the Gebbiano, etc. But that's besides the point for the Italians. Okay, it's cool for the low tiers. But when you go up to, for example, let's say even 5.7, even 5.3, you lose all the ASW ability that you have in any nation. None of the nations have any ASW weapons, nor they have, or they could, I mean they could have, but they don't. Hydrophones, sonars, none. And you're telling me that somehow adding submarines will make players bring destroyers to top tier battles? No, because the top tier battles, I can even tell you how a battle like that would look like. And the battle would look like that. There are submarines, which is cool. And then there is a guy who brings a destroyer or a low tier cruiser that is equipped with ASW, be it Kuma, Sendai, whatever 5.0 light cruiser, or maybe heavy cruiser, who cares. They are getting they are being picked by a battleship as the first target. They die in the first minute or maybe first 2 minutes. The submarines will go unharmed because none of the high tiers can fight the submarines. The submarines won't fight against each other. or even if they do, they don't have the high possibility because they would have to, you know, resubmerge and then die from the secondaries from the battleships. So let's say half of the team brings them, let's say 2 submarines, 3 destroyers, that's 5 players, 5 out of 7 players will be there because I'm kind of expecting the 12 versus 12. So 7 players, from the 7 players there will be 2 battleships or 3 battleships, the rest will be bots. So you are reducing the player pool even more when it comes to playing. And don't get me wrong, because none of the players that are so adamant, like, wow, the submarines are fun. The soul has been summoned. Well, welcome Italy. Welcome. Today we are sailing with Italy, with Royal Navy. But yeah, to finish my thought, none, and I can assure you, none or 90% of the players that are currently playing the event, that are flabbergasted, that are astonished, like, wow, this event is so fun, subs into the War Thunder as fast as possible, Gaijin add. They won't be playing normal naval matches, they won't be even playing naval EC, where the submarines have kind of right to be. They won't, they will play probably once or twice and then, nah, it's still boring and the subs suck in the normal matches, even though they were the one adamant on adding them. And the normal naval players, well, the regular naval players will be left with the mess that the vocal minority of the the vocal majority of the players, but majority that don't play naval on a regular basis, have created. Basically. That's why I am so adamant against adding submarines to the normal tech trees, to the normal battles. Event-wise, it's cool. Bring it like maybe... let's say... like with Naval EC, so an event once or twice where you can get RP and SL, but nothing else. The convoy mission is fine, but nothing else. Not really. Do you expect, for example, this Pola to have depth charges or any kind of equipment besides hydrophone to watch out for the submarines? No, not at all. So there was my tangent about the event, about the submarines, about all the fun and not fun stuff. By the way, Gaijin, why disabling one ammo elevator on Pola disables both ammo elevators in the front, whereas disabling one elevator in the rear doesn't disable the second ammo elevator? Can someone explain that to me? Like, is there any sort of reason of, like, why is this happening? Or for whatever reason, this kind of design was appearing in real life version of Pola 2? If so, then okay, cool, I'll take that. But I don't think it did. Just... Oh, by the way, it's 6.7. Oh no, it's... yeah, it's 6.7. Cool, so... Fun ships being killed by Des Moines. The Des Moines are, again, beginning to be a plague. They have been revamped and switched from Helena. The sheer amount of Des Moines that I am seeing and facing is astounding. Truly astounding. I didn't mean to shoot. By the way, I kinda lost the ability to lock the target again. Cool. Really like when this happens because I always forget how to fix that. Somebody told me once a year ago, but I still don't remember that. By the way, I cannot even target with shooting, which is fun. Okay, let's go for that stat. Okay, that definitely is Japanese. What kind of Japanese? Beats me. Looks like yeah, that's Mogami. Or Miyako? No, Mogami. Yeah. The amount of premium ships is... oh, Miyako, okay. Didn't know that Miyako. Very big Imperial Japanese Navy fan. Doesn't know how many turrets Miyako has. Boo, bad, bad. Fake fan. You shan't name yourself a Japanese Navy fan. You cannot remember how many turrets does Miyako have. What do you think about even Mogami? I have no idea. Oh, that's Harkanzo. Cool. It wasn't even hit high enough for me to explode. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. You know, whatever. I get it. Just shut up and take my kill. Okay, like maybe 3 more good matches and I'll have Duca Degli. Half, well, not even half, 66% of my lineup will be completed. The rest 33% will be when I'll get Zara. But until then, Zara will have to wait for a while. It's not like I cannot have her. But as always, the matches swing from being very good to not being able to do anything at all. So will take me probably this weekend and a little bit more to get her and start working on the first battleship. Which I do think that I don't know. Andrea has better armor and a little bit more of what was it called? And I start doing which I forgot not to do. But yes, Dante has better mobility, I guess. Andrea has better armor and a little bit better guns, so firepower. So it's a hard choice, if you ask me. But I feel like it is alright-ish. And I think I will get myself Andrea first, then Dante, then Conte di Cavour. Why Conte, not Duilio? Because I want a fast battleship. And Conte di Cavour in the retrofit is exactly that. Whatever, even up to 50 kilometers per hour is what can be qualified as a fast battleship and quite good firepower. Especially now that, from what I was hearing from my squadron friends and from all the other people, is that Conte is quite OP at the moment. You know, being able to face off Scharnhorst without any issues, so she is quite strong. Nobody has yet reported on the effectiveness against Kronstadt, for example, or... Well, okay, Alaska is not really that big of a deal, but maybe Nevada or Arizona? Mostly Nevada, because Nevada has this stupid armor scheme of either explode or not do any damage at all. And would you look at that? This Arkansas is going straight for me. Even though there's Belfast, Helena, Marat, or Żelezniaków. I am his or her, I don't know, Lucy's very feminine name. So I cannot say I'm confident who is who here. Just think, okay, yeah, this is the guy that I want to shoot. Cool story. At least she lost my target, so it's good. Hello there, small child. Are you lost? Hopefully not. If so, then I will fix you. At least try. Oh, sweet summer child, do you think you can... Okay, you apparently can. Go behind the island. There's only two of you? Yes. Maybe, just maybe, there is a way to, you know, oh, never mind. I was gonna say a way to torpedo the Arkansas. It turns out the Karlsruhe somehow push through the Arkansas armor. Oh, or is it just that the Helena destroyed enough of her and crippled her enough to ease up the access for Karlsruhe? We will never know, because I'm not gonna research the replay file. It's not that important. That I'm dealing with a cheater or something that, oh yes, I have to. I have to analyze the replay to such a great extent. Okay. Hello again. Hello again. Trying to get away from that. Ah, yeah. Okay, that should be enough. Yep. Finally a hit. We have such a bad aim recently. I've been calling it a bad aim. My aim is like a shotgun that needs to shoot at a distance of 100 meters or beyond. I either aim perfectly in the center and where I want to shoot, or I fail miserably up by not being able to hit something on this distance, like me to Sverdlov. By the way, this is the NG, not bad, not good, but alright. Like every time. No, why is the match not ending? Not that I complain, because I can now just use that possibility to grind a little bit more of a damage and a little bit more of an RP. Really, Eugenio. Okay, never mind, finally. I think I have a little bit of a cold. Okay, wait a second. Never mind, just my imagination. I thought that my cat is outside and I wanted to open the doors to balcony for her, but she is not. One is sleeping on my bed and second is somewhere. Anyway, I forgot. I have a lot of crew points, so I can use them. Wow, who would have thought? My crew interchangeability. Very important skill. There's a lot of important skills in naval. Like in air, most likely just build up G tolerance and stamina at first and then go for the latter. In tanks, you probably will just be using targeting and reloading, and then the rest. And in naval you have to switch a lot. You have to go for the repairs, you have to go for the reload speed, you have to go for the fire prevention, you have to go for the leadership, then crew interchangeability, then this, then that, then this, then that. That's quite a lot of stuff. Get Cavour on day one. Nice, Rick. Nice. I mean, coming from you, it's not really unsurprising. It's not really surprising that you got Cavour on day one. I'm still struggling to get myself, you know, behind Dante for now. I did get a little bit of a progress lately, if you know. I went from the 5.0 to finishing 5.7. But Des Moines, because they're gonna remove it? Nah. I mean, even then, I don't think I would buy Des Moines if you have the Newport News. Besides the collecting part. It's not like you are missing a lot. Oh, they announced they are gonna remove the pack. Interesting. So we will be left with what? Including the French packs. Yeah, I've heard about the removal of the French packs, so the... But are they gonna remove all of the French packs or just the Dugai and Eagle, so the destroyer at the 4.7? Because removing the Duplay, even though she's bad, doesn't really sit well for me. Same with Des Moines. It's like they have removed them really soon. Compare that to pretty much all the rest of the packs, like Eugen. Eugen was pretty much from the start. Like what? Eugen has held for a few years even before they removed her from the store. So interesting. I thought that they will just keep them for a while, especially Des Moines, since it was one of the most popular packs when it comes to naval. I think only behind Moffat. Okay, if I had to guess, then in terms of premium sales for naval, the first place would go to Des Moines. The first place would go to Moffat because Moffat is the most achievable. Then I would say Des Moines, and then Helena, then Železniakov, then the rest of the fleet, but not really that Des Moines will be removed so soon. Regarding Saxon, just in case they add a new cruiser around Christmas. I wouldn't be so sure that they would add a cruiser. More or less I would bet on not cruiser but nothing at all for Germany for now, maybe a destroyer. Doesn't really strike me if shit. Okay, wait. I pulled the plug from my the headphone jack from the audio interface with my knee somehow. I have to fix my posture, my sitting posture. But I wouldn't be so sure if Gaijin is going to add new stuff for Germany besides a destroyer or so. For the Christmas or for the next update, I don't think we will see next update this year, but for the next update, so the first update of the new year, I would bet on things like French cruiser being added. And yes, I do know that France got Hunt class recently. Calling it an addition is not sitting well with me. Like, is adding a copy-paste vehicle from the other three truly an addition? Or is it just, you know, a lazy filler? Like 60% of Naruto episodes. I would say that I wouldn't count filler ships as true additions. I would be more like wait for a next battleship or next cruiser, the proper one for France, to be added. But I don't know, we might just see a premium being announced. Either Le Terrible class, yet another, maybe Le Fantasque even. It's nothing too big. Or Gaijin says screw you all and they're gonna add Scandinavian 3 for naval. That could happen also. We got France recently. Okay, yeah. We already got bored with France, so we're gonna add Scandinavian 3 for Sweden. It would be such a weird, yet not out of the place thing for Gaijin to do. That's the fun part. It would be surprising, yet not out of place. But for now, let's just focus on getting what we can get. And by that I don't mean any of the US battleships or battlecruisers, but Conte di Cavour. I really like the look of Conti. It's not Congo, but she looks nice. I do have to say, she looks nice. All the Italian ships look good, but some of them are just so cramped. You have quite a lot of place here. Okay, I do know that this is the float plane catapult, so I'm not saying anything here, but here is a lot of the stuff that could be managed, could be outfitted something. But now, of course, it's Gaijin. Well, it's Gaijin, it's Italy. So we're getting a lot of the stuff in a small place. And the rest is just happening. is the rest of the enemy team? Ah, here they are. Fletcher, even. Bye-bye, Fletcher. Always works. Always works. Okay. Dude is pissed. Someone's pissed at me. Brought the Alwyn. Hard approach. But it's good, it's good. At least I decapped. God damn it. The waves are so big. Still such a shame that we don't have normal cockpits for the float planes. Wait, what? What? Ah, okay, yeah. I think I ate a torpedo. Why not? Buoyancy is critical. Okay, let's maybe stop sailing. I was a little bit more too invested in flying my plane and capping the point. It's okay, okay. I'll be careful now. Okay, Alwyn is dead now for the Leipzig. Where was the Leipzig? Ah, cool. Yeah, now I know what was hitting me. The carriage that is hitting me through the mountain, through the island, and I cannot do anything against that. Marceau was the French-German? Yeah. Hopefully this will be an explosion. No. Okay. No big boom for me from Leipzig. Maybe now. Okay. Okay, I'm just dejected a little bit. Not really a great start when it comes to matches. There's a hull diver. At least it's not diving on me. Everyone is behind an island. No clear shots. Not good. Okay, never mind. Hello. Okay. I fucked up. 2, 1. Fire! 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 The only shell that went through and it went over. Christ almighty, how did it happen? But GG. It is GG after all. So for the 1200 score, they should get a 10,000 RP. Even with booster, it's not a bad... not really a bad... Okay. Not really a bad outcome. So maybe one good match, like 2000 score or something, and Duca degli Abruzzi will be mine. With her, I'm kinda split between abandoning this part in favor of this and then switching to Zara and Andrea, or going for Duca degli Abruzzi, then Zara, then Andrea, then Dante, then Conte. I do need all four of them, but I don't know which path should I take. Speaking of all four of them, next update we will see the Italian premium battleship. Don't know which one will be, because there's quite a few, but it will be a premium battleship. I have my words. Because currently we are lacking only France and Italy for the premium battleships to be added. So, natural state of being is that even though Conte was added, we will see most likely yet another battleship for Italy. For France, not really, I'm not so sure, but for Italy for sure. Italy is really a big bet. Well, France is a big bet, but Italy is a safe bet. That's the word I was looking for. As you know, you're getting some of the battleships, like 2 battleships per nation, or 3 when it comes to the first batch. We got US, Germany, USSR, then we got France, then we got UK and Japan, and naturally now it's time for Italy and France. With France, I don't know, we might just see yet another Lorraine or probably yet another Brest class or Bretagne class. That's, I don't know for sure. And for Italy, I'm not so sure either. What would we see? Yet another Andrea Doria, yet another Duglio. Maybe, just maybe. But if I have to guess, then probably second Andrea Doria. It's like really safe pick. And of course Andrea being in the same configuration. Or maybe we'll see Conte di Cavour. Maybe we'll see Conte, but the World War I Conte, not World War II project retrofit. Who knows? those kind of guesstimations are a little bit beyond me. At the same time, I do feel like this is quite a safe bet. Either Andrea Doria or Conte di Cavour. Most likely Conte in World War I version. But still nothing in data mines, so it's hard to say something for sure. We haven't seen any of the Italian battleships for now. In data mines, that would suggest the premium battleships coming here. So I'm quite interested. Quite so. But yes, I do feel like it is gonna be Conte, which would be a nice thing to see. And for France, yet another Brest or Bretagne class. Again, probably I would bet on Bretagne class to appear, then on Brest. Definitely we won't see anything new for them. There won't be any new premium battleship that would introduce a new class. That we don't have to worry about. We don't have to worry about submarines and the high possibility of them being added to the normal game mode. Okay, hard push. That's the only ship, so... Oh boy. There's a problem here. And I'm the problem. Why is everyone shooting at me? You have better options. There's quite a few... Okay, now half of them are shooting at me. Now they aggroed on me. The worst part is, unlike in MMOs, there's no tank that can out-aggro you. And that's the sad part and sad reality of War Thunder. So you are getting targeted in naval by bots, then you will be targeted for the rest of your no miserable life, which won't be that long. See, I'm just being able to do anything. Killed one ship and that's it. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships were shooting at me. 7. This is like pretty much half of the enemy team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, pretty much. Not quite 7, not quite half, but almost half. And I bet your ass if I would to respawn on a different spawn, like here, there would be a very high chance of me just getting targeted and aimed at again. Got a battleship. Oh yeah, it is a battleship. There's Wyoming, so... Shit. And here I was happy that we have not found a battleship, so this is just 5.7. But no, there's Wyoming that had to ruin everything, and if my eyes are working properly, then that's Yamashiro. You know, all the fun stuff. Nothing too crazy, you know, just something that I cannot deal with. No chance. This space down. Will respawn soon-ish. And again. I don't know if that was... No. Definitely not a stray shot from the Des Moines. Definitely that was aimed directly at me. Okay, game security violation detected. Am I hacking? Gaijin, are you saying that I'm hacking? That's better. I should invest in some waiting screens, etc. Come on, Gaijin. You're telling me that I, by any chance, am supposed to hack in the game? We talked about this lately, that I had some issues, but I don't think this was an issue at all with the game that I complained about, and that was a monetary issue. Can I return to the battle? Yes, I would love to return into the battle to see my Pola getting obliterated and getting destroyed, so I cannot do anything. Okay, never mind. My Pola is here. Oh, okay, never mind. Just everyone crashed. If I have to guess, just everyone has crashed here, and there was something happening behind the scenes. They did say stuff about... Oh shit, okay, I need to relocate the... Okay. 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 Cool, it works. They did say things about, you know, getting DDoSed, etc. But really, server issues now? It is 9 PM after all, so most of the people are starting to play. There's high possibility of it happening. Hey, get me that weak spot. Show me your weak ammo protection part, which I am not able to shoot. Or have they fixed that? I forgot. Have they fixed the... did I buy anything? Yes, I did. I have bought myself Pola, as you can see, and I have bought Miyoko, and besides that I bought myself half a year of premium. Just, you know, not anything too crazy, but for those two I was really looking forward to the sales, as those were the only two ships that I was interested in. Besides that, I was considering getting myself the MiG-23 ML, but as I found out it's not on sale, then I scrapped that idea for later. Maybe next year. It's not put out of the sale. But if it will be, then okay, my bad. I would. I am not really planning to buy a battleship. Not really my cup of tea. I don't think I'm really interested in them. Maybe Arkansas, as it is the only one that is kinda different besides Yamashiro. But if I had to choose, like, spending 70 euros on a battleship is a little bit excessive, don't you think? Like, don't get me wrong, if you want to, then go for it. Please have it your way. But it doesn't feel like it's worth it, at least for me. No, fun collectors thing, Gnies now. Nah, not really. I don't think so that the Gnies now will be coming soon-ish. I would more likely bet on French and Italy battleships to become into the game as the premiums. Italy probably getting, I don't know, yet another Conte di Cavour, but this time from the World War I version as the premium for the rank 5. And France probably getting Courbet or Bretagne class. Most likely yet another Courbet class. But looking at the premiums, Arkansas is the only one that strikes me as interesting, simply because it is a little bit different than what we have in the game. Why, like, the differences between Wyoming and Arkansas are really, really noticeable. Nassau versus was it Westfalen? Yes, Westfalen. 6 to 83, 6 to 83, 1250, 1250, 1288, 1688. So at this point, Westfalen is better than Nassau. So you're better off getting Westfalen. In the USSR, Marat is PK, but slightly weaker armored. The rest is exactly the same, pretty much. Maybe a little bit more of the... Yeah, you have torpedoes. Wow, the torpedoes that you will never use because they are from 1912 and they have 2 kilometers of range. So just not worth it even bringing them into the battle. Great Britain, Iron Duke versus Marlborough. This is pretty much copy-paste, just Iron Duke... I'm sorry, the Marlborough gets 2 more 4-inch cannons. The same, Yamashiro. Yamashiro is stripped down. Uso. Not really anything to compare, so okay, wow, Yamashiro is something that you cannot compare. Only those 2, Arkansas and Yamashiro. The rest, pretty much the same. Not really worth looking at least for me. Or weaker, like in case of Nassau and Westfalen. Or Iron Duke Marlborough. Slightly weaker, but weaker nonetheless. What does Yamashiro get? Yamashiro doesn't even get the Type 91 shells. You have less armor because you don't have the reinforced citadel. No, you don't. Okay, no anti-torpedo protection. Pretty much I think she's a little bit faster though. But no, she looks good. That's besides the point. She looks good. She is good because, well, of course she is good. It's you have 12 of the Japanese 356mm cannons, and those are one of the best in game. And looking at Arkansas, pretty much the same as Wyoming, just a bit more busy here in this part. Oh. As someone who has pretty much every equivalent besides Marlborough in the game, and the Yamashiro, because cannot compare Yamashiro to anything else. Not really anything is worth my money. Crazy as it is. Maybe if Gaijin were to sponsor me, like give me the battleships for free, sure, I'll take them. I'm not saying no for the free stuff, but if I had to, you know, spend 70 euros on that, I would, I don't know, spend it on something else. Just buy yourself Golden Eagles and buy more unique ships. Buy yourself Miyako, buy yourself Pola, Helena even, or whatever else. Eugen is good. Eugen is fun. Deutschland might be coming as the next premium battleship for premium cruiser for the Germany. So that maybe even for a battle pass. Who knows? Oh shit, that's Texas. I don't like seeing Texas here, because that means this is 6.7. How are US battleships still not 7.0? I will complain that every time I can. Like, besides North Dakota and besides Wyoming, both Arizona, Texas, and Nevada should be at 7.0. Those are the most heavily armored battleships. No questions asked, because that's just a fact. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. They have quite heavily hitting guns. Slow as hell, sure, but heavily hitting. If you can hit it once per minute, then you do have quite a nice of KD. And you have the energy to grind Cavour. So what? You bought her? Like with GE or what? The only thing I might get is probably after grinding Cavour is just getting her the AP shells, so I don't have to suffer with stock shells. Even though they are SAP, so it's not that bad. It's still bad. don't try to get locked on a target challenge. Impossible. Bought all mods. Wow, wow, like really wow. Like, alright, Rick. You impress me. In a weird sense, but you impress me. Because I'm being honest here. I have yet to see a person who has spaded a battleship by paying GE. Yes, I have seen some people paying for AP shells for some of the crucial mods. But still, you are one of the first people that I have heard from that they have spaded the whole ship with GE. That's impressive. In a weird way, but impressive. Cavour and Sharpers are the only ones bought without grinding. Okay, okay. Still impressive. Sharpers on day one was OP, it felt good. She still is OP. Not really all of that has changed. It's just you have a little bit more of adversaries than before. That's the difference, I feel like. More than that is just somehow Turtleback is way better in the game than All or Nothing. Somehow. So that's why Scharnhorst is still better than some of the other battleships. Remember, battleships were OP against cruisers with Komuna, etc. And then Scharnhorst came in and they couldn't defend me. Oh yeah, true. That did happen. That everyone was complaining about Scharnhorst being untouchable. And then the SAP bug came in and Scharnhorst quite literally was relegated to being a stock target for Helena and all the fast-firing cruisers. Then the HE bug happened and pretty much all of the battleships were a laughing stock. And after that everything was fixed and battleships are still OP, especially battle cruisers. Surprisingly, battle cruisers are the most OP things in the game when it comes to the capital ships. Not battleships, not yet. We still have yet to see a truly OP battleship. But wouldn't mind seeing one. If they add Littorio or Yamato or Tirpitz, I will buy them straight away. Day one is OP. I don't think they will add Tirpitz first. I think Bismarck is what we will see. Come on. on. Oh, wow, they have Paris. But Yamato is something that I would consider buying too. Yamato is really... Yamato or Musashi? I would love to see Musashi. More than Yamato even. Maybe it's because of the dark camouflage, but she looks better for me than Yamato. And theoretically we could see both of them in the game, as Yamato would be from 1945 version and Musashi would be from 1944 or 1943, for example. Same with Bismarck and Tirpitz. Bismarck could be from 19... Musashi is better. Yes, I know Musashi is better. No questions asked, no doubts. I agree, Musashi is better. Tirpitz is also better. Tirpitz is better because Tirpitz survived longer. That's the point. But again, Tirpitz from 1944, if I remember correctly. They began more AA, etc. Yeah, more AA because, well, Yamato had more AA than Musashi. That's what has to be said. Like, remember, Yamato got the retrofit when Musashi was sunk. I think it was under Leyte Gulf. And when Musashi got sunk, they have decided to add more AA to Yamato. So that's why Yamato has more AA, depending on the configuration, of course. Tirpitz is longer also. Yes, that is true, Tirpitz is longer. But this is like the Dunkirk class. Dunkirk, which, if I remember correctly, one of the ships of the class was designed to counter Scharnhorst, and the second was to counter Bismarck. Something like that. The Bismarck class, of course. Scharnhorst class, Bismarck class. I'm talking about classes, not the ships per se. So that's why they were designed differently too. And I think this was Dunkirk. Can't bet my ass on that, but either Dunkirk or Richelieu. More likely Dunkirk. So those two were really, really different. But for me, it's good. I really like that the ships are different. And, well, the sole reason for that is if even the ships in the same class are very similar, like, you know, the same amount of primary firepower, etc., they could be different as in terms of secondaries, in terms of armor, in terms of mobility, etc., and that's why they could be added more into the game. So instead of just one ship, you get two, you get three or four, or whatever the case. For example, with destroyers, you have pretty much in every nation you can get a crap ton of destroyers. Camos as well, of course, Camos as well. But I'm talking about, for example, not ships that could be added like, okay, premium versus not premium, but I'm talking about two ships from the same class appearing in the tech tree. Not only, you know, premium, not premium, or event and tech tree. So for example, even though we won't see that, probably, we could get Tirpitz and Bismarck in the tech tree. Tirpitz from 1943 or 1944, I forgot when she was sunk, and Bismarck from 1941. And that's a really big difference. Yes, I have played submarines. I am quite happy with the event. Still, I am against adding them to the normal battles. They are fun on their own, they are fine, but adding them to the battles here would create very big clutter and not really fitting ship class. And I don't know, I think I should call it the bad part. The bad part is that the vocal majority, am I gonna grind Saxon? Probably after I got myself Conte. Yes, I do think that I will grind. Why is everyone... Okay, what is happening? Like, why is everyone currently going after me? But, okay, about the subs. The problem with them is they are fun. And it's good that they are fun. But they are fun in their own mode. They are not gonna be fun in the random battles. And either they are gonna be OP AF, because in the top, if someone brings them to the top tier, then pretty much nothing can stop them. Or if you bring them to the low tier, then everything can stop them. And if someone will bring counter, be it a destroyer, be it a frigate, a sub chaser, whatever, low tier cruiser, like for example, I don't think Bartolomeo has the ability, but I don't know, for example, Kuma. Kuma has depth charges, Kuma has mines, cool. But ships like that will become just a feeder for the top tier, for the battleships, for the battle cruisers that will strike them ASAP and do nothing against them. That's why submarines cannot be balanced in the game like War Thunder. They are fun on their own mode, where they are facing for, just a limited type, so like here, U-boats versus US Navy, or whatever, U-boats versus Royal Navy, Japanese submarines versus US, and US submarines versus Japanese, whatever. This is fine. When they are in their own mode, in their own mission, like the convoy raid is cool. The sound design is impeccable when it comes to the submarines, I give them that. The gameplay itself is also good. They still don't fit the random battles. They kinda fit Naval EC, and they could be added to the Naval EC as the progress type thing, like you could get yourself a random plane, random fighter, random bomber for the 650 spawn points in the random battles or in the Naval EC, but they don't fit here. The problem is we have this vocal majority that don't play Naval at all, or they have played Naval like maybe once or twice, they have the reserves, maybe one more ship, wow, big progress. They say Naval suck, and now they are coming to the event and they are saying, wow, submarines are cool, I'm gonna play Naval when the subs will come out to Naval. They won't. That's the problem. They will be vocal enough to pressure Gaijin to add submarines into the game, even though this will create a whole lot of problems. This will be one of the most unbalanced things, even more than battleships on the entrance. And even more than modern battleships or capital ships like Scharnhorst, like PK, etc. They will play once or twice, see that the naval for them still sucks, because they don't care about naval. They care about, wow, subs are cool and that's it. And they will leave and just, you know, create this whole lot of problem and leave the regular naval players with the mess they have created, and they will just, okay, yeah, that still sucks, it's not for me. And we will be left, we will be playing this unbalanced stuff, this unbalanced shit, and they will move back to playing air, they will move back to playing tanks, and they will be like, oh, cool, until another thing that will come. The thing is, nothing will come later, probably just a missile destroyers, missile cruisers. But besides the point, if they add subs, some premium coastals will become good again. Nah, that's the problem, they won't. Like I said, anything remotely competent against submarines will be the first target, not even from submarines, but from all the other surface vessels. Like I said, they are fine on their own. Make for Gaijin to a regular event, be it once a month, be it like Naval EC, so per weekend, so you get the event on weekend, for example Saturday, Sunday, and you get we get the Naval EC, but only realistic battles. That's fine, just don't add them here, because this will be one of the most stupid idea Gaijin would make. And I'm talking as a player who has spent countless hours in the naval community, etc. I'm not against submarines itself, I'm against the problems that they will create that Gaijin won't fix. And that's the problem, that's the biggest problem. They will create more problems that they will add the benefits. Besides the initial very short term flock of new players that will play one or two battles with the submarines or not, they will get their asses kicked or something like that. They will have to switch to surface ship and they will say, oh no, it still sucks, and they will move away. That's the problem. For example, bring a submarine to 6.7 to 7.0, they will demolish anything because nothing there has hydrophone, nothing there has any ASLEW. If anyone brings a destroyer to 7.0, coastal, frigate, whatever, they will be the first one to die from those battleships. The only mode that they could be added is Naval EC, and there I don't have any problem, because in Naval EC any class has a role, from the small sub chasers, from the coastal fleet, from the MTBs and your sub chasers and your frigates, gunboats, whatever, through destroyers, cruisers, up to battleships. They all have roles, they all have different roles that they will all fit there, not in the random battles. That's just my idea, my opinion. And the problem is that is only my opinion, and I am not I'm not really any person with the right to say more than just state my opinion. a lot of the other players that I have heard and talk that play Naval regularly, they are not really pleasant with the subs either that would come to the game. They are pleasant with the subs in the mode, but not besides that. Case closed. So yeah. Okay. Gonna play like one more match after that. So this match end will probably end the stream. It is good. I have gotten myself the Duca Degli, it's good, so I have achieved what I wanted to get today. Also, I could even get a little bit more experience into Zara, so good stuff too. They could make a special mode for it with Tech 3. Yes, they could. The problem is they won't. Or if they will, it will be the same as with the helicopters. The problem is, even though the helis have their own mode, you can still bring them to the tank battles. Didn't add Bolzano. Yeah, sadly no Bolzano. So maybe next patch, maybe Christmas, exactly. We will see a patch this year. I don't think so we will see a patch this year, so next patch will be on New Year's. Probably February or early January, and then February we will see the winter event. Maybe Bolzano for a winter event, who knows? For now, Gaijin really likes to add more unique ships. So I think that this might be a case here. When it's winter event, probably as always, so January, February, or February, March. No, not December. January, New Year. You don't have anything on Christmas. It was such a case that sometimes it was on December. It started on December and then until January, but lately it was January to February. Don't die, don't die. Capture, don't die. Okay, good. Now my float plane can die. Let me check. I can't check when the event is. Because I would have to alt tab for now. Well, when the event were happening. So later. Anything is later. But yes. The good thing is Gaijin really likes to add more unique classes. Like we had the Des Moines, we had what was the reward? The last reward? I forgot. Wait, I really forgot what was the latest reward for the summer event. War Thunder Summer Event 2023. Summer Extreme, yes, Summer Extreme. Ah, yeah, Renown. Yeah, see, not Fargo. Fargo is a tech tree ship. Russian cruiser Voroshilov. No, they were the battle pass. Yeah, Renown. Renown was the last thing they've added. We got Renown, we got the German battleship, for example. We also got a fair share of cruisers. But this is at least a sign that we're getting more unique ships. Even though Renown sucked at first, now she's a little bit better. It's cool to see stuff like that. That's why maybe we will see Bolzano. Maybe we will see another cruiser for different nation, maybe France. I am kind of betting on France/Italy to get the next event. Oh, you bought Nohi. Nice. Nohi is quite fun ship to play. Nohi, and by the extent Hatsuharu, they are quite nice ships to play. At 4.3 you have the 40mm AA, which can shred even the destroyers. At the same time you get the, well, quite a lot of torpedoes and quite nice camo. Guns suck because those are Japanese 127. Only bought it because I collect the navy. Oops. Well, any reason is fine. I was thinking about getting the Nohi, but I just got myself Miyoko and Pola and decided, yeah, I'm gonna wait for the rest. Maybe later I will get Nenohi and Yudachi. Those two. Yudachi is more important for me as she's more unique until we get Shiratsuyu class in the tech tree. If we want to lose for it. Yeah, I know. But I hesitated to buy her. I thought that I maybe buy myself something else, something nice too. I didn't, so I am just sitting on these 3000 Golden Eagles for now. Well, I won't lose them, so it's not like I lost some money. I can always spend them later. Okay, heavy cruiser. What is this heavy cruiser about? Okay, yet another Fletcher. So like there's quite a few Fletchers now in the game. Maybe because people have played the event and now want to play Fletcher, because Fletcher is the destroyer for the event. Also Tacoma. The French jet for naval and the British jet. Wait, what French jet for naval? What French jet for naval? The Votor is not for naval yet. Mirage? No, Mirage is even higher in VR than Votor. Which French jet did you buy? Because now you confuse me. Like, Ah, okay. Yeah, I know which one. I know which one. Okay. Okay. The F-84, but the last one. Yeah, I know, I know. Which British did you buy? Because there's quite a few of them. British jets are nice, I do have to say. Ah, yeah. The attacker. Yeah, I know. It's fun to play. I have the Tech 3 version. I have used it once or twice. Yeah, I know that the F-84 is the French one, but truth be said, the F-84 is not that good. Like, I don't think it will be a bad purchase for, you know, naval purposes, but it's not really wise purchase for ground or for air RB. It's not a really good jet when it comes to that. It's good for ground pounding and that's it. Sadly, not really good when it comes to evading AA and all the important stuff. Hi John, welcome to the stream. And the British attacker is quite alright. I forgot to chat when I say M instead of doing the M. Yeah, the attacker FB2, if I remember correctly, a little bit different engine than FB1. Besides that, not that big of a difference, and that's what makes it good. So I do have to say that the attacker will serve you well. Yes. yes. The attacker will serve you well, both in naval and in air, because it is quite potent fighter, even though you don't get an afterburner. Okay, thank you. I was really pissed off at that subrazitelny. Sorry, subrazitelny. Am I still alive? And in the moment I have said that, probably I will die very horrible way. Okay. Rally down. Maybe I can even get the fun bonus for the RP game. Maybe. Oh, no. Not really. Or if I could stay afloat for the 8 seconds, then somehow... Okay, can definitely hit that Pola. Problem is... Yeah, that was the problem. Pola was turning. Still half of the team is standing on spawn. Like, what is your purpose here? Besides creating a crowd. If they were at least smart with pushing, then maybe it would be at least something for me to, you know, achieve with. We are gonna lose on the points because no one is pushing. Maybe that Kuma will, but I am not so sure. Think as how slow she is going. Okay, cool. At least they are killing someone. Still not something that will win us the game, but at least it's something. And speaking of the killing, etc., I forgot which time it was. Was it in Naval EC or was it in... Yeah, I think it was in one of my streams during Naval EC. It was like... I think it was either last year or early this year. Kind of remember it clearly that there was a guy that tried to convince me that nothing matters here besides killing the enemies. You don't count the points, you don't do any target objectives, don't do anything. The only thing that matters is killing the enemies. And I was like, what is wrong with your head? And where did you... Well, where? And how did you think about that when quite literally we were... because I remember that, when quite literally we were losing because no one was pushing any objective. And some people really had the audacity to say nothing matters in this game, just score, just kills. And then, of course, losing because, oh no, we're losing and I'm getting only 0.7 of the reward or multiplier. Not 1.3, not 1.2, I forgot which rays were back there, but I think something like that. The 0.8 or 0.7 for the lost and 1.3, 1.4 for the win. Which, okay, maybe in a short random battle, sure, it doesn't matter that much, but in a larger scale, the 3-hour long Naval AC, it does matter a lot when you compare the score. For example, when the score is counted in dozens of thousands, not in just a couple of thousands, then it does matter when you are earning 0.7 or you are earning 1.3. It's quite literally 0.6 multiplier, which can be make or break for a lot of the players. No, apparently no, nothing is important here. Everything here, like capture zones, convoys, NPC ships, or anything else like that, carriers even, they just are like a very nice looking background, and even moving, like wow, moving background, cool. Nothing else is important. All the just killing, just killing. And why are we losing? Just killing. Only killing. It saddens me that there are still players like that who could think that this is important and not a secondary objective. Yes, the destruction of the enemy team is important, but not as important, because even if you destroy the enemy team, if they manage to capture the points, they will still be faster to deplete your tickets than you will to deplete theirs. I'm going to buy Black Prince on Black Friday. Ooh. The Slowpoke. The Slowpoke. Yeah, quite literally one of the slowest tanks in the entire game. Hardly topped by anything. Do they bring anything special out on Black Friday? Yes, they do. Black Prince, Black Panther, all the black stuff. So Black Cat, Blab. I wanted to say Black Panther, but not here. But Black Hawk, etc. All the fun stuff that has black in their name or nickname is brought on sale. If I remember correctly, yeah, so things like, I don't have it and I cannot show it to you, but yes, Black Prince. Let me just check. War Thunder Black Friday sale. Yes. Okay, Black Friday bundle: KA50 Black Shark, M18 Black Cat, A43 Black Prince, and P61 Black Widow. So those are the usual vehicles that they go to when when selling stuff. Yeah. P40. Yeah. The P40. Quite unfortunate name for a ship, for a tank, I'm sorry, not for a ship. Yeah, kinda unfortunate name. Like, calling a tank pesante, so pesante is heavy in Italian, when anything in this tank is heavy is kinda ironic and hilarious. So this, if anyone doesn't know, this is the tank that was on one of the first Italian tanks in the entire game, back then when it was only 2 premium tanks for the Italy, no planes, no nothing. And that was a loud smack. And then the whole tech tree got announced, the P40 was removed, and then it is brought up sometimes. But you basically have the tech tree version that I don't think it lacks anything, it's basically a copy-paste from that. So yeah, 50mm of armor at 3.3, 75mm gun with only 80mm of penetration. I don't think you get, yeah, you get hit, but okay. Well, besides hit, who uses hit at 3.3? Not gonna lie, this tank is even less armored than... Oh no, it is pretty much the same armored as Chinu. But Chinu has better gun, so kinda... Chinu is kinda better. Yeah, I mean, medium tank called heavy tank... but is not a heavy tank at all, not even by a classification. At the same time, even though Gaijin put it as a medium tank, because it is classified as a medium tank, for example, they are not classifying, yes, Krasny Kavkaz or Maxim Gorky, so the Project 26 Kirov, Maxim Gorky, and I think Voroshilov as heavy cruisers, because those are heavy cruisers. They have over 155mm cannons. They qualify as displacement variants. They do qualify as heavy cruisers. So why are those light cruisers, you ask? Well, simply because Soviets classified them as light cruisers, and therefore Gaijin decided to continue that. They brought back a P-47 for America. Yes, I know the Wanowski P-47 M1RE. I do have it, and because it's the I forgot his name. Okay, yeah, I have it. Witold Wanowski, the a Polish pilot, both fighting in pretty much 4 of the armies. First in the Polish Air Force, then in the French Air Force after Poland got occupied by Germany, then when France capitulated, switched to RAF, and well, still fighting under the Polish government, but serving in the RAF, of course, and then switching to USA Air Force as the squadron leader. And this was his, well, one of the most used airplane. So something like that. That's why I have it. He was a Polish pilot. He was not the American pilot, so kind of cool to see that they do bring that. Still kinda sad that we don't see a Polish flag by here, but we do have the Polish checkered emblem, so it is to distinct it from, for example, the normal P-47 that there is in game, because there's 2 versions of them. One is, of course, the Wanowski P-47 Wanowskiego, even in Polish, say it very nicely, and the other is pretty much exactly the same plane, but with different camo and with just I forgot which one was it. Okay, P-47, War Thunder. P-47 M1RE, yeah, there is these different, the Bostwick's one. Don't like the new animations. What do you mean by that? Which new animations are you talking about? I am curious which ones. Because there, I don't think there are some. Or I just don't check. That might be the case too. So, which of them you don't like? When you click on a vehicle, prefer the old. Oh, you mean the can't really show it, but you mean the picture. Or do you mean those animations, like the ammunition stuff, like ammunition, the modifications, etc.? Or so that, or because there were no no animation. I mean, there were no animations before, so this is kind of new. If you're talking about the pictures, then yes, the older the sepia pictures. I think it's called sepia in Polish. Yeah, it is sepia. The sepia pictures, they look kind of better because it gives this a little bit of a look, of a stylized look that I also do like. I also do prefer the older ones that were captured from the game, and again, the newer ones that had just the colored versions and still looking like it was taken by a camera in flight, for example, when it comes to planes, and the older ones too, but in sepia, so they had this stylized look. It looked better. I do agree. It looked better than what. Okay, some of them don't even have any pictures right now. Does it look childish? Kinda. It doesn't look that good. It does look rightish. It looks more like a model of a ship or a model of a vehicle than a vehicle itself. So, kind of like that. Okay, but I do think this will be it for today. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. It's like words of thanks. Oh, that's the biggest insult you could give to War Thunder. So, I mean, if you did, you could always leave a like, pressing the subscribe button if you did not. Check out my other content, etc. There will be a stream tomorrow. I still have yet to decide which game I should be playing on the Polish Independence Day. Because, well, I want to celebrate it. It is, well, after all, one of the most important national holidays. And you are all invited too. So I will either be playing Polish vehicles, and by Polish I mean used by Poland, etc. In War Thunder, or be playing possibly Hearts of Iron 4 as Poland, or Call to Arms, Gates of Hell Call to Arms with the Polish faction in the Ostfront modification. Ostfront DLC and the modification. There is the Valor modification, which allows you to play as the Polish armed forces during pretty much the whole duration of the war, with the 3 stages. One is the early, so the September campaign, second is the RAF, and the third is not RAF, the Polish forces in exile, so the Polish forces based in British forces, equipped with British equipment, still retaining some of this stuff. And then the latest would be the, if I remember correctly, it would be more based on the US, but we'll see about that. So one of those 3 games I still have yet to choose. Like I said, in War Thunder, vehicles used or produced by Poland in the game, so that I of course have. I can't, for example, show you and play as with the Lim 5P because I just don't have it, kinda. Because this is just a Polish version of MiG 17. Yes, MiG 17. But anyway, thank you all for watching again. Hope you have a beautiful day, night, evening, or an afternoon, wherever you are. See you tomorrow. Aventer out. Bye bye.